Welcome back again to NAB Show 2026. I'm Yaroslav Altunin with League of Filmmakers, and today I'm talking with two very interesting people because they are on opposite sides of the spectrum in many, many different ways. Veteran, starting out, age, family, I guess, too.
Yep.
So I'm sitting here with Troy Smith, 26-year veteran editor and colorist, and his daughter, LilyBella, who's a junior in high school and a filmmaker who acts, shoots, directs?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that multi-hyphenate?
No, that sounds like it.
Okay.
Edit. Oh, yeah, edit.
And editing. Okay. Well, I wanted to chat with you two because LilyBella, you're going into the film industry and you are exploring what to do, what you want to do, what you can do, and kind of everything in between. And then, Troy, you're shepherding your daughter, but also I think it's interesting because you grew up in a very different landscape and you came up in a very different landscape. So I guess I want to start with you, Troy, first.
Okay.
Sorry.
That works.
Yeah, we need 3 mics for this one. How are you seeing the landscape differ from where you started?
So starting,
Yeah.
that is a very big thing, I think, right now, because people will ask, and like, I think that I asked the same question myself, like, if I were starting today, what would I do? And like the jobs I had, they don't exist. Like my first job was a runner and I went from studio to studio dropping off tapes. Nobody has tapes anymore,
It's all in the cloud.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That job does not exist, and it was so great because coming into LA, I learned my way around LA. I got to see a lot of the studios. I took my own share of studio tours, it took the long way back to the car, but so that job is not there anymore. And then the other one in post-production is Vault. The Vault is not there anymore.
Yeah.
So finding jobs is so much harder to be in an organization. But on the flip side, when I started, an Avid was $250,000, and that was just for the Avid. There's hardware and monitors and all that stuff. Telecine bays were $1 million, and the technology was very expensive. You couldn't do what we can do today on our laptops. And I think that's the flip side, is that it opens the door and you kind of have to make your own stuff, and you have to kind of get started and kind of prove that you can do it. And a lot of self-taught, but the opportunities are endless, which is a plus and a negative. It can be hard because there's also a lot of competition and hard to get noticed and somebody can see your stuff.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that's also really missing in our industry is like the mentorship. In post-production, where I grew up, it's like, okay, you were in the vault or you're a runner. Now you're an assistant editor. Now you're an editor. Now you're a senior editor. There's these stages that you go up to. Assistant editors, they're there, but you're not there. A lot of them are spread out, and they're not with their editors in the same place, in the same building, and learning the same skills. And I remember working night shifts and then staying another 4 hours in the morning to sit with the editor. Okay, now how do you solve this? And how do you solve that? And just learning and watching. Now you've got YouTube.
Yeah.
And now you've there's and other companies and subscriptions that you can pay for, that you can get that information, but the connection in the person and the networking is the hard part too.
Being self-taught nowadays, I think, is so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm partially self-taught as a cinematographer and as a writer, even though eventually I went to grad school for it. But I came in with so many more tools than if I just fell into it, from undergrad. And so, LilyBella, I wanted to ask you, following up on that, when you're discovering all these new things that you want to do, hearing your dad's story about how he came up, how are you feeling about your education and learning new things? Because from my understanding, and this is something I do, is if I want to know something, I can go, hey, computer, for lack of a better word, tell me how to do this. And you're going to get so many resources. Are you utilizing those resources, or are you kind of just leaning on your dad?
Well, sometimes both. Mm-hmm. But if I have a question, I ask him. He taught me everything I know, almost, just about. He taught me how to edit, how to use a camera. And, we've been learning stuff together, too. We're learning how to set up lights, how to set up, stylistic shots. And, we're going to learn a whole lot more together, too. So I feel like I have good support from him. He's a good head on my shoulders. So
That's good support. Yeah. What's more exciting you most about the film industry, like editing or shooting or lighting or being in front of the camera or behind the camera?
I love it all. I really like how the story comes together and how people work together to bring stories together. I use my siblings to help tell stories. So it's really fun getting to see them act and talk, directing them, and then going back later and editing, snipping together a story and presenting it to them. I love presenting it to them because they love seeing it and they love it. So it makes me love it.
What's your biggest challenge now as a young filmmaker?
Honestly, coming up with stories. That's hard. A lot of the stuff I shoot is improv. The idea comes to me. I tell them to jump in front of the camera and then I just give them whatever comes to my head, random direction. They say, "What am I supposed to do?" And I tell them, "I don't know. Just do this and that." That's it. Improv the rest. So I would say the hardest part is coming up with a story. I just improv it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What's one thing that you'd tell your peers that you've learned from your dad that you think everybody should know that's coming up right now?
I mean, this can be taken out of context, but if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. So, if you're going to go out there and, film something, don't linger in the back. I would say jump into the action and film it,
Cool. I like that advice. Okay. Well, so Troy, you and LilyBella came to NAB independently. You're just here to hang out and chat and look at the landscape of whatever's happening. What's the coolest thing you've seen at NAB?
Oh, it's usually in the bag for you. Good. All right. Before I answer that question,
Yeah.
going back to what she said, I think she likes bossing her siblings around. So that's why she likes to be a director, which is really good. At it.
I see that. Okay.
Yeah. And then when she says improv, it's a weird and total side story, but I had a toaster and it broke, and they told me I needed to cut the wire. And most people was like, "I'm going to cut the wire." I give the toaster to my daughter and I say, "Hey, shoot a video of cutting the wire." And I just left it at that. Wake up the next day, I've got 3 options of 3 videos she shot, just short little reels, and they're just hilarious. And like one is like a serious one, one's a dramatic one, and one's like a music video. And it's like, it's like that's what I love doing is just kind of like, well, and that's what she likes doing is like she'll see something like, "Oh, we're gonna do a skit or a story here. We're on vacation, we were on a hike," and LilyBella's like, "I got an idea. We're shooting a movie. It's a chase scene." And then next thing you know, the whole family's in this little movie.
That's so cool.
And it's just kind of fun that we like to do. And I know that when we're older, we're going to look back at those moments, and it's like it's going to remind us of our vacation and our time, but also the young kids and like, "Oh, I remember how little you were." And we're going to laugh because she has a very good sense of humor, and she always makes us laugh and crack up. And she's learning the techniques. She's learning the blocking. She's learning, how the story flows and how camera movements move and getting right angles. And, it's just building and building in each video she does. She gets better and better.
Yeah, that repetition builds muscle memory, like here and in, your whole body. So that's going to be very crucial down the road. Yeah.
And I see her ignite and get on. Like when she starts, she's like, her energy goes up and she just gets excited. So I know she's going to be very successful in this industry. And it's just fun to work with her and just kind of guide her and like, here, this would be kind of interesting, and then just see how she takes it. And
now it's a family business.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have an assistant editor.
Yeah, exactly. I showed her like this much in DaVinci Resolve, and then like 3 weeks later, she's like, "I made this video, and it's like this much stuff." I'm like, "Well, I didn't teach you that. How did you figure that out?" And then she also helps me with the other technologies like CapCut. It's like, that's something I don't really know much about. And editing on my phone, she's like, "Oh yeah, I did it like this." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I'm learning from her too. It's a good combo. So when I talked about earlier about not having that mentorship, I guess she's lucky she has a small one.
Yeah.
Her
well,
dad.
yeah.
So, but NAB, you asked about NAB.
Yes. So what is the coolest thing that you've seen at NAB so far? And I want to answer for both of you.
Yes. The coolest thing I've seen. Well, it wasn't necessarily seeing, but sitting down with Boris Continuum
Okay.
and sitting down and having a private one-on-one with them, and just because I've been using their products for years, and I always thought like, oh, if I really had a chance to sit down with them, I would ask them this, and this. And then I just had the opportunity to, and like I did ask them this, and this, and it was great because I got all my questions answered and more. And what was even better is like they're asking me questions like, oh, what if we did this, or what about that? And I felt valued that they're listening to me, and I'm helping them, and they're helping me. So NAB is about making connections, meeting new people, seeing new gear. We spend like one day of like, we're going to see these people. And then the other day is like, we're seeing these booths. And the other day is like, we're just going to walk around and see what we discover.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on what you
Well,
saw.
just for those at home, can you elaborate a little more about Boris Continuum? What do they do?
Okay, Boris Continuum is a plugin that you can use on DaVinci Resolve, Avid. You can use it on After Effects, but basically they do lots of green screen comps, transition effects, blurs.
Were they
color
originally
effects.
Boris Effects?
Yes, they were
Okay.
Boris Effects, and they merged with Sapphire, and they've just been growing and growing and growing.
Awesome.
And now they bought Vegas, so now they've edited. Yeah, now they have an editing program.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just amazing seeing them grow and change.
I mean, we need a little variety.
Yeah.
I guess we have Avid, Premiere, and Resolve.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can have Vegas.
Yeah.
And LilyBella, what about you?
I also enjoyed Boris, although I'm not going to give. This morning, we stopped by Insta360,
Okay.
and they were showing us, these amazing things that you can do with the cameras, the way you can edit with them, what you can show with the camera, and it amazed me. I mean, seeing them got my wheels turning. It's like, hey, I can take this camera, on this trip that we're going on, and I can shoot, whatever I want on it, because they're good cameras. They're not gonna break on you, not very easily. So I like that.
Okay. Awesome. Anything else you're hoping to see at NAB?
I have a feeling we're probably walking away with the 360 camera at the end of the show.
I'm definitely going to buy some stuff here.
in our future. Yeah. This show we wanted to focus on production gear. Now I've done posts forever. My production, I learned in high school or in college.
Very different vibe nowadays.
Different vibe now. So I think we want to focus on gaining a little bit of production gear. Some lights and lenses is what I've been also looking for.
Wonderful.
And getting some education on those because I know a little bit.
Great. Well, I'll let you go and explore the show floor because we only have a day and a half left. But thank you for chatting with me.
Thank you.
Troy, LilyBella, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful show. I hope you keep growing and making wonderful things. And I hope you keep teaching her and everybody else.
All right. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.